Have you ever felt like you're in control of your desires, only to realize they are the ones controlling you? It all starts with something small, a glance, a thought, a fleeting moment of curiosity. But before you know it, that small temptation has grown into something that consumes your mind, your heart, and your soul. Lust is a silent thief. It promises pleasure but steals everything meaningful. Today, we're diving deep into a truth many choose to ignore: the dangerous consequences of unchecked desires and the heavy price they come with. Stay with us until the end, because this might be the wake-up call you never knew you needed. Lust is one of the most deceptive traps in life. It begins subtly: a small thought, a harmless glance, a seemingly innocent moment. But over time, it grows stronger, consuming not just our actions but our hearts and minds as well. What most people don't realize is that every desire comes at a cost. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, warned us about this when he said, "I have not left behind a trial more harmful to men than the temptation of women." This isn't about blaming anyone. It's about understanding that unchecked desires are among Satan's most powerful tools to mislead us. But before we go further, let's clarify something important. When we talk about being chosen, it does not mean that only certain special people are favored by Allah while others are left behind. In Islam, with this understanding, let's explore the 5 painful prices of giving into lust and why mastering self-control is essential for anyone seeking Allah's protection and love. Number 1. Lust weakens the heart and soul. Lust isn't just a physical craving. It's a disease that slowly corrupts the heart. It starts small, with a thought or a glance, but soon it spreads like wildfire. Before long, a person feels restless, their prayers become empty, and their connection with Allah weakens. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "When a believer commits a sin, a black appears on his heart. If he repents, it is removed. But if he continues, the blackness spreads until it covers his entire heart." This is exactly what happens when we give in to lust repeatedly. It creates a barrier between us and Allah. Our dua, supplications, feel weaker. Our salah, prayers, become robotic, and over time, guilt starts to fade. Lust disconnects us from what truly nourishes our soul, our relationship with Allah. Allah warns us in the Quran, "Do not follow your desires, for they will lead you away from the path of Allah." Surah Sad 38:26. Many people today feel lost and disconnected from their faith because they believe fulfilling their desires will bring happiness. But instead, they are left feeling more empty than before. Number 2. Lust destroys self-control and discipline. One of the greatest illusions of lust is that it makes you believe you are in control. It's just one glance. You tell yourself, "I can stop anytime." But the truth is, every time you give in, your self-discipline weakens. You start making excuses, bending your own rules, and before you know it, lust begins to control you. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "A wise person is the one who controls himself and prepares for the hereafter, and the fool is the one who follows his desires and still hopes for Jannah." Lust tricks you into believing that you can have both sinful pleasure and the rewards of Jannah. But the more you follow your desires, the harder it becomes to control yourself in other areas of life. You lose focus, waste time, and weaken your willpower. Allah warns us, "Have you seen the one who takes his desires as his God?" Surah Al-Jathiyah 45:23. This is what happens when lust becomes an addiction. It controls your thoughts, your actions, and eventually your entire life. Number 3. Lust destroys real love and relationships. Modern media sells lust as love. Movies, music, and social media push the idea that intense attraction equals true love. But the truth is, lust is impatient and selfish, while love is built on sincerity, trust, and faith. The more someone chases lust, the harder it becomes to experience real love. They become addicted to excitement, constantly seeking something new. This is why many relationships today feel empty and short-lived. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, advised, "A woman is married for 4 things: her wealth, her lineage, her beauty, and her faith. Choose the one with faith. and you will be successful. True love isn't based on looks or passion alone. It's built on patience, sincerity, and devotion to Allah. Number 4. Lust leads to regret, and guilt. Lust may promise pleasure, but it always leaves behind regret. Once that moment passes, what's left?
Guilt, shame,
The realization that you've crossed a line. The painful truth is that you can never undo certain mistakes. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Shame and modesty are part of faith, but shamelessness leads to destruction." In today's world, people normalize sins and mock those who try to stay pure. But deep down, guilt never disappears. Allah reminds us, those who, when they commit a sin or wrong themselves, remember Allah and seek forgiveness. Surah Al-Imran 3:135, a believer feels guilt and turns back to Allah. But a heart consumed by lust becomes numb, making the path to destruction even easier. Number 5. Lust blinds you from your true purpose. Lust steals more than just your time. It steals your purpose. Allah created you for something far greater than chasing desires. But lust distracts, consumes, and makes people forget their real goal. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, warned, "What I fear most for my ummah are the desires of their bellies and private parts, and misguidance after guidance." Lust makes people waste years of their lives, only to realize too late that they've gained nothing meaningful. It blinds the heart and steals one's connection with Allah. Lust is a test, and every test has two paths: the easy way, where you follow desires without thinking of the consequences, or the harder way, where you resist, stay strong, and choose Allah. Allah reminds us, "And as for those who feared standing before their Lord and restrained themselves from desires, Jannah will be their home." Surah An-Nazi'at 79:40-41. So, ask yourself, are you in control of your desires, or are they controlling you? Make this dua today. Ya Allah, protect my heart from desires that distance me from you. Strengthen my soul, purify my mind, and make me among those who resist temptation for your sake. If this message touched your heart, comment below, Ya Allah, protect me from desires that lead me away from you. Your words might inspire someone else to fight their own battles.